John thought of the name Beatles, and he'll tell you about it now.
Well, I had a vision when I was 12, and I saw a man on a flaming pie, and he said, "You are Beatles with an A," and we are.
So, any further ado, gentlemen?
Yeah, let's move on to Anna, Go to Him.
Absolutely.
This song was not the song that was on there was an episode of
No, I wanted to talk about this. I remember it. I don't think it was the Beatles version, but it
didn't come up in my research.
This is a cover. This is a cover. It was a plot point on that episode of Married with Children where Al just had the melody in his head and he couldn't remember any of the words, and then he goes around humming it to everybody. And that episode stuck in my head for years, and I looked it up a while ago, and it just has this pitch perfect, when he goes to the record store and he talks to the record snob guy who knows everything, and he just dismisses him like no, but then of course he hears it on the jukebox and that resolves the episode. But amazing. I just thought it was cool that this is pre-High Fidelity. It had like a perfect caricature of the overly knowledgeable record store snob in this episode.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Did not come up in my research, and I'm glad you guys both knew about it.
This is not the only time that I will reference
Married with Children.
Green Door by Jim Lowe.
With the and a knife.
Wolverton Mountain, Claude King, aisle 3.
Flown! Yeah.
Any Day Now, Chuck Jackson, aisle 4.
Peg, this guy's a genius. We're home.
Go with him.
Never heard of it.
Next. What a surprise. Thank you. Not even this, huh? What is it? Is Oprah right? Are you a big fat woman? All I wanted was a 45, a stinking 45. The record of the gun. I'll even settle for the damn malt liquor. Just this once, can you show that you can love even Al Bundy?
Spoiler on this album? Okay.
Wow.
Wow, crazy. So this was originally written and recorded by Arthur Alexander.
Yeah, that was the version that Al was looking for. He was looking for the original.
Yeah, it's a dot record single released September 17th, 1962. Should I try to make this work and listen to it right now?
Yeah, go for it.
It did break my heart when that record, if you haven't seen the episode, I don't mean to spoil it for you, but it breaks and it's heartbreaking. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
You come and ask me, girl, to set you free, girl. Say you love you more than me, so I will set you free.
With him.
Go with him.
You guys are ridiculous. So, even though it didn't fall this way in the track listing on the album, this was the first of the covers that they recorded during the session. So what they kind of did was kind of put all the covers they were going to record in a group and just kind of banged them out, because they figured at least they could. This was all part of these songs had been part of their act, and they figured they could get
Just
through
turn
pretty
right at the
pretty
end.
easily without too much.
Yeah, towards the end of the recording session, because we could just like spend the time on the originals
Right.
and then just like crank through these covers.
Correct. Correct.
So this was originally written and recorded by Arthur Alexander.
Correct.
Maybe I'm showing my ignorance here. What else did Arthur Alexander do?
Eric? Anything?
I don't know.
All right,
same.
great. You
But-
know what else is named Alexander?
One of John Lennon's favorite cocktails. Oh, the brandy Alexander.
Alexander.
Let's save this for the lost
Ah.
weekend.
Let's save this for our lost weekend.
I think
Yeah.
maybe Harry Nilsson may have introduced this.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
thought that was a good bit of useless trivia, a good time to plug it.
You know,
I didn't think it was gonna come up. It was like, maybe-
we'll get there,
on my
man.
notes, it was like, maybe don't say this. I said it.
No, I hope you continue with that. Absolutely. Go with your gut. Guys,
All
do we
right,
have
so
any-
fuck this
Nothing.
song. Let's listen to Chains.
okay, I was gonna say, should we move on? I'm glad you're whipping us along here.
I was gonna list the ingredients for a brandy
No,
Alexander,
no,
but
we're
we can
gonna
look
talk-
it up. We can look it up.
Leo, we're gonna talk about Chains, which was recorded during that same February 11th, 1963 session. So this song was composed by Jerry Goffin and Carole King. Okay, very famous songwriters. And was originally recorded but not released by the Everly Brothers. In 1962, it was a hit for Little Eva's backing singers, the Cookies.
Wish I would have named like any one of the bands I was in, the Cookies,
Right? That's
Or
a
the-
pretty
or maybe the Puppies.
that's a pretty good name, right? Everyone loves cookies and puppies. But this song represents the first time a lot of the fans had heard George Harrison singing lead, unless you had seen a show,
No, I was there,
which a lot of
man. I
people
heard it.
hadn't. What do you guys think about Chains?
Have you played a clip of Chains yet? I need you to play a clip of Chains.
No, let's
do that.
let's get a little refresher on Chains here.
Change the ones you can't see.
Chains.
Da, 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 da. That's how it goes. Okay. Yeah.
You
I
got
remember this.
me in
Uh,
chains.
I've heard the Beatles.
Here we go. We know the Beatles. This is Chains.
Sweet singing harmonica.
And a scalar harmonica. Oh yeah, this is not recorded. Oh, we can might be picked up. It's not. It won't be picked up. So we do know the song. So yeah, I mean, scalar harmonica.
That harmonica, I'm going to save this for another song.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
It will come up. Yep,
Milk the harmonica.
yep, yep. So I mean, not a bad cover. Nice little pop ditty, right? No, this
Yeah.
doesn't hurt anyone's feelings,
There's a
right?
reason why you don't open up with this one.
Absolutely. It's a little bit of a
This is
sleeper.
this is Beatles filler. I think
Yeah.
the opposite of Beatles magic is Beatles filler. So
Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit of that in there. And this is and I think
Number
without
9.
Little Eva, anyone know anything about Little Eva? Should we drop in a Little Eva right now? Because I don't know too much about. I'm gonna find some Little Eva or the Cookies. I'm not sure which, but I'm gonna drop in one of them right now.
well, Little Eva had another major hit of the era, right? I mean, I
don't
just
know.
remember seeing her name on like a jukebox or something.
Yep, I'll find Little Eva's big hit and drop it in right now.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I know you get to like it if you give it a chance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. My little baby sings.
Awesome. So, guys, should
Oh yeah,
we move-
it's a little song called "The Locomotion." You might have heard of it.
Oh, jeez.
Everybody's doing a brand new
We
dance.
did just hear Locomotion, so we're in luck.
Um,
So yeah, I'm
And
a
actually
little
the
embarrassed
original
to
version.
not remember that.
What was that?
This is the not the who else did the Locomotion? What was the famous 80s version of the Locomotion?
There was, oh God.
Or was it?
Uh,
I don't know.
That was big. Was it in a movie? I
Kylie
remember-
Minogue, 1988.
Wow. I would not have pulled that name out for sure.
You know who would have?
87.
Eric.
Yeah, that's hard.
I'm sorry, I've got Wikipedia up right in front of me.
Oh, nice. Nice. Guys,
Grand
should
Funk
we-
Railroad, 1974, produced by Todd Rundgren. Now that's let's get on a Locomotion side
Did
trip
you say
here.
it was Todd Rundgren though?
This was the Grand Funk version. I'm moving very quickly through the Wikipedia article about the Locomotion.
Yeah. Huh.
If you had to rate the speed at which you were going through that Wikipedia.
This locomotive speed.
Yeah.
Guys, I've been trying to get us off chains for like a minute now. We got to
let's
move
go
on
to
to
the-
boys.
Because we got to move on to boys.
That's the thing. And Leo, you scared to move on to boys?
Boys and
Ladies and
chains.
gentlemen, A Star Is Born, a Ringo star.
Ringo Starr
born.
taking lead vocal on this one. This song was always the drummer's song in the Beatles act.
Ringo loved boys.
No,
Ringo took
Yeah.
over from Pete Best.
he took
Pete
this
Best
song
did.
over he inherited from Pete Best.
Ringo stole boys.
Boys from Pete Best. This is correct. That's canon. Right
That's
again,
Beatle magic.
Flaming Pie Podcast at gmail.com.
It's actually Flaming Pie Podcast was taken, so it's Flaming Pie Pod. Flaming
Oh.
Pie Pod at gmail.com.
No, I took the podcast. I already got the email.
Oh,
I'm the
I
owner.
wondered
If
why-
you
I was
tried to
like-
snap it up, I already did. Look at him
yeah,
doing.
no,
We're,
No,
doing,
he-
we're,
he
we're
has
doubling our
Flaming Pie Pod.
workload because we haven't talked.
But now no one can even get the Flaming Pie Pod.
Yeah, no one can bite
Well,
that. No, it's perfect.
I just
That's
kind of want
good.
to say,
You
like,
want
I kind of like mine better. I kind of want to just use Flaming Pie Pod, like
you want to just do the pod?
Flaming Pie Pod, yeah. And then the Twitter is Flaming Pie Podcast, so it'll be a little bit confusing, but I feel really good about having taken
No.
the initiative to set up the email address after you had already done it. So I don't want
I had to start the Anchor account, which there will be an Anchor ad in this, so I will not drop another one. But guys, Boys by Luther Dixon and Wes Farrell. Most people know this song, the Shirelles version of this song. And it was because it was their B-side, the B-side to Will You Love Me Tomorrow, a hit from November 1960. This song was recorded in one take. What do you think of
Sweet.
that? That's pretty good,
it wasn't
right?
all 90 take grinds with them, you know.
No, this was one take. You mentioned Chet Atkins earlier. This song too contains a Chet Atkins-like guitar solo. And I think I should be able to figure my own computer out and play it now. How about that?
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Been told when a boy is a girl, take a trip around the world. Hey, 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 hey.
Talk about boys, Leo.
Oh, let's talk about boys. I think they said enough. Was anyone off put by like, hey, why are these blokes talking about other blokes, little blokes?
Wow, I don't. Eric.
No, it's it's just a star spot for Ringo. It's to put the lyrics are incidental. This is just about the radiant kind of, and I'm not being facetious. Like there's this weird thing like just kind of making a star out of Ringo, like because apparently like people lost their shit for the Ringo song.
Dude, yeah.
It was like let Ringo sing
What shall
more.
they call my last name?
There was no question that they were going to like spotlight Ringo on every album because he was a huge star on the shows. Like the people would just lose their shit every time he did a song. So
What if we just named his last name Star?
You know that's not his real last name, right?
I know.
Okay. All right.
it's actually Ringo Starfish.
Ringo Starfish, yeah. Geez. So we're cruising through it. Do you want to keep moving here or what?
Yeah, let's do it. Ask Me Why is another one that I literally just listened to and I have no memory of.
Should we start by listening to it? We should
This was-
start.
Yes.
I know we just played a song,
Yeah,
but we're gonna play another little bit of a song right now.
the B-side of Please Please Me, Ask Me Why.
I love you. Cause you tell me things I want.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Yeah, this is tough shit right here.
And it's true that
That was
it
me.
only goes to show that I know that I
That's funny.
Great note. Great high note. Great high note. I'm going to talk about the high note.
So, okay. From immediate glance, no one's favorite, right? But I mean, there's
Nobody's
gotta be
favorite
some-
song.
there's
This is a
still
it's like it doesn't transcend genre. It's not innovative. It doesn't it's another Beatle filler, but fantastic lead vocal. Yeah, it's it has these very conventional ooh woo woo woos on it, but great lead vocal, great falsetto from John. And I appreciate the lack of double tracking on this album because I think starting with the next
ADT.
one, yeah, no ADT, but even I think they got it's reasonable that John hated double tracking because I think it made his voice sound worse. Like it was, you know, it was better to just hear like a raw solo lead vocal from him because he could really, you know, wail on it.
One interesting thing about this song in particular is I listened to the song earlier today on headphones, and it's the remastered version. You can find it on Spotify. But if you take the right speaker, the right headphone off your ear, and just listen to the left side, you only get the reverb. And
Yeah.
it sounds really spooky, eerie, and pretty cool to just
that's
hear.
just leakage.
And
'Cause
you can hear
the audio is just
But on like the
vocals
woo,
together.
I like the woo woos. Even throughout the album, like it's pretty cool. Next time you're listening to it on headphones, anytime they're doing the woo woo woos, just listen to the left side. It sounds pretty cool.
Wow, do that. So as we mentioned, this was the B-side to Please Please Me, and so this was recorded June 6th and again on November 26, 1962. This was done in 6 takes and done kind of towards the end of the Please Please Me session. It's kind of John emulating Smokey Robinson and the Miracles a little bit, who he had drawn inspiration from before, and actually the opening guitar phrase is from What's So Good About Goodbye, or at least it sort of takes notes from that.
Yeah, I find it interesting that they put the song on essentially to be a platform for Ringo, right? Like,
Ask Me Why?
yeah. Yes.
Well, Boys was the
Boys was.
Oh, that was Boys. Oh,
Yeah.
I am. Let's edit that out.
Yeah,
No,
put
it's
that,
staying in. That's staying in.
take out all the parts
I'm the
where I
biggest Beatles
sound
fan ever.
stupid and make me sound real smart.
No, but
I'm clearly paying attention.
it's not a bad song, but it's not my favorite. So, any other thoughts about Ask Me Why?
No, I think we're good on Ask Me Why, you know.
I mean, I did find a website where it points out the bizarrest and most incidental oddities that come up in Beatles recording. I'm not going to point them out in every single song. Maybe I might post a link to it or something like that. But for example, there's a guitar flub at 126 in this song. But I think we should move on to Please Please Me.
Yeah.
Sound good? Awesome. So Please Please Me, recorded September 11th, and again November 26th, 1962. Originally a John Lennon song, kind of inspired by Roy Orbison. He took the title and kind of jumping off point from a 1930s Bing Crosby hit. He was oddly a large fan of.
And originally, I think famously a slow number that became a fast number, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. It kind of shows some of George Martin's early influence. He liked the bones of the song. He was kind of hanging this other song over their head that he wanted them to play instead. So he kind of they went back to the drawing board, sped it up. And when they were done recording it, he knew they had a hit on their hands for sure.
We should hear it, a little sample.
Yeah, let's start. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even tried, girl. Come on, 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 come on. Please kiss me over.
Guys, I can see why it was a hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that the first time I heard this song was probably on the BBC sessions that came out in, I think, the early 90s.
Yeah, the double discer.
Which my dad probably bought. So, I mean, they were apparently keeping up on the Beatles reissues, because I have very distinct memories of that BBC set, which has no harmonica on it. And I much prefer either the BBC or just the live versions with no harmonica, because it sounds cooler to me. The harmonica just kind of, it's a little bit too harmonica-esque, I guess.
Yeah, it can be a little like just, I don't know, too much, too cheesy. Or
yeah, it sounds a little cheesy. It's happening an octave above the guitar and the vocal.
I kind of like it. That's fine. That's fine.
Nope. The harmonica.
No, I'm gonna hunt that version down and maybe even play a little bit of it right now.
Yeah.
But
there are the Ed Sullivan version, I think, is really cool.
Right,
great.
Right. But for their first couple singles, they were really kind of leaning on that scalar style harmonica.
Yeah, it was
like
their
little
signature
hook. Yeah, for sure. So I was just gonna get to the fact that they had a hard time getting this song played in the States, and that they actually kind of almost had to like bootleg it out to get it played. Famously, Dick Bondi, disc jockey in Chicago, was the first DJ to play the Beatles in the States, and it really helped kind of push them forward. But yeah, no, I love it. It's there's certain points in the song where John's voice, you can hear it kind of like give way, not as much as it gives way on Twist and Shout, but
yeah,
almost like you can hear him almost gargling.
Yeah, that's the John Lennon, like
throat.
The signature is like getting his voice to distort a little bit, and he got better and better at it as he went on, I think. But that's, you're hearing the debut of a significant and this song is cool because it's all power chords, so it's pretty punk. It's forward thinking. It doesn't sound as backwards or kind of rooted in tradition as some of the other songs on side one. This is still pretty like this is a little bit more like innovative Beatle magic.
Absolutely. And Yeah, we have to remember, it's hard to be where we are now talking about this just because things are
Everything subsequent to this has been shaped and informed by the over influence of the Beatles.
yeah, so it's like it's truly classic I mean, in the truest sense of the word, I think, just like so much of what we think of as like pop rock comes from this. Is that a fair? This is where
From
I
the
would
song
love people to
specifically,
attack
usually?
us at our email address.
Yeah,
Those
please
statements,
send
these bombastic statements I'm making.
Please send us viruses.
God. Guys, it's a huge song. I feel like I'm doing it a disservice, but we gotta move on to side 2. We gotta flip this record over, right?
Gotta
Yeah.
do it. You gotta do it sometime.
Okay. I'm immediately just gonna flip the record over and press play. How about that?
Side two.
Immediately press play on
What do we
side
got?
2.